Hitman 3, the final hit. Hit it and quit it is the other name for the game. Finally, everything has come down to this point. And, you know, usually I'm the one that always does the summary for the story. So, second guy, what do you think about what's going on right now? You want to give us a summary here?
Well, we've got the Constant, and we've got the Hitman, and that's all that I know. I've forgotten everything, and I've learned nothing. Is that a good summary?
That is really all you. I mean, that is really all you need, to be fair.
Oh, okay. Well, good, because I'm not planning on learning anything more than that.
Okay, great. Then let's just skip past the intro here, and we'll get right into the Hitmaning. No, okay,
yeah.
Fine. I'll give it here. All right. So after the failed hit in Sapienza of the Senator DNA specific virus, the Senator did go on to, in fact, outlaw the act of hitmanning. And so after moving into Suburbia, you all remember Suburban Hitman and its absolutely fantastic theme song, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. But they outlawed assassination?
That happened in the first game. Don't you remember? They put the fake Senator DNA specific virus in Sapienza, who was hit successfully because of course Hitman doesn't fail. But you know,
I didn't realize they would resort to this tyranny though. Like I just thought, like assassination, that's the most basic.
You say that, but now it's Senator DNA specific virus. I'm sorry, is actually President DNA specific virus.
Wow. They actually elected him. Well, then I guess it's fine. It's not really an abridgment of liberties if they, voters got together and elected the president, so.
So it turns out people were actually really into the idea of not having hitmen running around. Not good for Hitman, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that because you're not getting assassinated, but on the other hand, you can't assassinate anyone yourself, so it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Yeah, I get it, though. I definitely get it.
Anyway, the point is that now we are going to go finish the job starring Hitman and his son Hitboy.
Oh, okay. 48?
Did you not watch Suburban Hitman? You did the theme song for it, for God's sake.
I don't remember any of my past actions.
Live in the moment. That's what I always say.
I'm really not even good at that, but...
Continue living. That's what I always say.
Not doing great on that.
I'm sorry, we're already past October. You can't be a ghost.
Oh, okay. Well, is the Constant a ghost?
The Constant is not a ghost.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now, I'll be honest. If they introduced a ghost in Hitman, that would be something. That
would be...
this is a new Hitman, a Hitman for the next generation. I mean, I guess that was technically Hitman 1, and this is just the second sequel. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Mm-hmm.
But I do not think we are doing supernatural stuff yet.
That would definitely change the tenor of the game. It's like, okay, well, we've got to find the one ring.
Sort of. Maybe.
You've got to kill someone's spirit so they're dead forever.
I mean, you do remember we did have an entire mission called Chasing a Ghost, right? I
true.
just thought about that right now.
Back in.
But that wasn't a real ghost. That was just his name. There was the Maelstrom's thing they call him. What word?
Okay, well this is off to a great start.
No, No. We're not moving away from that. You answer me. What is the thing that you call a person that's not their real name but refers to them?
Sobriquet or nickname?
No, the nickname's too familiar. We're talking like Target.
Oh, like ghost name. No. I guess it would be like a code name.
Yeah, but I think that also still implies, an ally sort of level.
Oh, I see. So you're I guess the target.
So we'll just be Target. Hey, okay, fine. That was his target name.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl Ingram is a cowboy.
Okay.
In case you unfortunately, he's not like, the super ridiculous cowboy. I was really hoping that it's like we could have really leaned into that a little bit more. No, I think the most we're going to get is those cowboy busts in the game.
Now, I'm seeing that Carl Ingram has a number, is 66, and I'm wondering, does Agent 47 have a name? Or is he pure, like, non-entity who was kind of emerged from
47.
nowhere? Oh, okay.
I think that's obvious. Actually, no, I just realized, wait a second, there was a cowboy back in Hokkaido.
Oh yeah. Like,
how do I keep forgetting that it's just like, wait a second, they did actually kind of do this, just in a monkey's paw way.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he wasn't really a cowboy, but he was pretty much a cowboy. He wore like the hat and everything. And he was a ghost, but not like a real ghost. It was just his target name.
He went undercover, yeah.
I
know what you're talking about. Like, yeah, there's definitely a word for, like, a military nickname that is given to them by, like, the enemy. I know what you're talking about, where it's like...
Yeah, it's just like, this is Joey Blowy, and that was what we refer to... I don't know. Some
you could have just said the Red Baron. Like, you could have just said the Red Baron. You're like, let me just.
Yeah, you're right. How did I not think of the Red Baron?
The Cobra, or I don't know. The
okay,
Ocelot.
You can clearly tell that maybe I'm not on the best, not on top of my game when it comes to improvising right now, or thinking. But whatever, we don't need to. This is Hitman 3, baby. We're going to be killing the most powerful people in the entire world. God, in a much more slapstick way than usual. The 3 in Hitman 3 is the Three Stooges.
Oh, okay. Is that true for all of these missions? Or
no, unfortunately.
Just this one?
Well, it's true for any mission that I can find a banana. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay. Well, these seem like very serious people, so I'm a little bit... you're gonna
don't
just
forget
like
that in the past they did meet in like Antarctica in a VR like super triangle.
Yeah, that's the most evil thing you can do.
They really didn't need to set that up in like Antarctica. They could have just certainly they could have just gotten a secure phone line.
I'm realizing, and this is not like a diss on the writers, but I'm just realizing that when you do these backgrounds, a lot of times they're just throwing a bunch of evil things together.
I feel like they do a pretty good job of kind of like fleshing out these characters that are going to be here for 5 seconds before I push them off of something.
Oh yeah. I mean, you never go into their backstories either, so that's in fairness.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I would read these. If I was watching a playthrough, I would want to read these.
Yeah, that is true. They're well written. Like, I'm not saying, they're like terrible. It's just like, I can kind of see, the template is just like, well, let's have them go through the ranks and,
they are
do a bunch of evil stuff.
And evil. And, they usually have, like, actually earned, to at least some extent, their position, even if they use it for evil.
Mm-hmm.
And they do have, like, complex backstories, introvert and dyslexic, dragging your way through college on family name and everything like that. And now he's going to that's fair. And now he's going to get killed by tripping on banana.
Yeah.
It's like, there's like, what more do you need?
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, I guess you have to set them up as being, like, extremely capable. They're not just people who lucked into it. Otherwise, there'd be no challenge in killing them, so to speak. It's like, oh, well, how did you kill that, robber baron who was, like, clawed their way to the top over 25 years? Oh, I just put a banana on their path. Like, no, you at least have to infiltrate.
I like that. It's like, you don't need to. Like, there's absolutely no reason that you need to give them that attention to detail, but that's what Hitman really excels at. We talked about that plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the attention to detail is like, the best part of the game.
Welcome to Dubai.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome. We are back in the big fancy places.
Wow.
Yes, and unlike Hitman 2, this isn't like a night call style mission. This is a full-fledged for Relio mission type of thing.
has ensconced
I like that they've got that hot air balloon just to establish the height.
I mean, as if the cloud cover and everything isn't enough.
Oh, yeah, also that, of course, but it's like...
All right, top of the world, baby. Let's go. Hitman looking... Well, I mean, he's looking extremely serious, as per usual.
Did you ever... Is it possible to fall off?
No, it is not. I didn't try,
Okay.
but it's just like... It is just like a small...
Okay,
This
I was
is a
gonna say,
cinematic
'cause it's
thing.
like...
It actually doesn't even appear after the first time you play the mission. You just start in the area. It's just,
Oh,
okay, they want to introduce you to, like, hey, it's the new Hitman, baby. We're doing it again.
That is a great way to establish that, just like cinematic intro. Like, oh, you're actually in this completely wild area.
Which, I mean, Hitman usually is, just not to this extent, really.
Can you enter in multiple places? Or is it kind of like you have to go, this is like a
That is
little bit of a
actually
map?
a thing for every mission. You can choose like different startings. You might see that at the end of like each one of the missions, you unlock different starting areas and stuff like that. But this is,
Okay.
this is the first time you're playing the game sort of thing. So you get this.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like, oh yeah, also we got introduced to a new mechanic here. That camera can like hack things.
Oh, okay.
I also think it does in fact work as a camera. Oh, look at this. Yo.
Oh, that's sweet.
Anyway, the outfit is still here if you want to take it back.
Okay, that's a neat little cinematic trick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty easy one, but it is fun. Also, it's so many little cinematic moments to start off Hitman 3. We're back, baby, and we're hitting harder than ever.
Yeah, by the way, I don't know if you've changed the settings, but I can hear the music.
I am no longer capturing the screen, I'm capturing the video, because I remember that happened previously, and we were all surprised that you could actually hear stuff, so, I should really just be doing it like that now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but how are you
but
going to know if when I go online to look up pictures of basketball players?
Oh, of course, yeah. But by the way, that was the motif there when you're looking at that sun. That's clearly like a Lawrence of Arabia thing. Like,
no question. Oh yeah, that was the most obvious thing.
Just in case somebody hasn't seen this epic movie from 1960.
It's like 6 hour, like absolute Stone Cold classic, but it is 6 hours long. You do have
it literally has an intermission. Yeah. Like it has an intermission where they play the theme song for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, that's like when that is a movie that really should have a theme song. Or an intermission, not a theme song. Well, you can also have that too.
Yeah. There was some discourse about that because Killers of the Flower Moon came out a few weeks ago. I saw it, and it's like a 3 hour, 45-minute movie.
Are people really? Do people really complain about that anymore? Wasn't like the Transformers 5 like 3 hours long?
I have no idea.
I feel like that's not an unusual thing these days.
Yeah.
No, well,
I think I like it because it is theatrical. It's like, oh, okay, like,
to be very long.
Let's all go to the lobby.
We are not reevaluating Banana. There it is, everybody. First appearance of the old Banana.
Oh, so you didn't choke him with the banana? Okay, no, yeah, that's what it looked like.
You maybe I did.
Maybe it's hard to see.
I mean, there's the audience does contribute a lot to the action themselves just through the act of watching it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you think that he choked him with a banana, then sure, why not?
Okay,
As long as it doesn't contradict anything else that happened that happens in the video.
I was just as an observation here. One of the funniest things is that he legitimately, like, there's the barcode thing, which is hard to
nobody notices it. Most people don't notice it.
But I mean, I will say, like, his disguises almost always look like legitimate, like, because he's bald. Like, because he's bald, he could just wear any disguise and people will just take it seriously. Oh, that guy's from the Emirati security staff, I guess. Yeah. I was doubtful, but then I saw his uniform. Nobody who wears that. I mean, you can't even see his hair, so.
Right. I mean, it's just like, surely this bald man. Anyway, hey, I figured out how to place things on the ground. That I had to ask people how to do that, by the way.
Are people who are just like completely bald, are they like the assassins of the world because you need that to do the assassinations? Is that what I'm gathering from this game? Like, is that
I mean, we've already seen, like, Lucas Gray has been a character, Hit Boy, has been a character in this entire series. He has hair.
Just like fire drills.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
Like fire drills.
I don't know, maybe just something about, like, the fact that, no, those guys didn't disappear. This is, like, 5 minutes later, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It was not like a weird glitch. I've just been standing in one spot for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're the ghost. Everyone else is real.
My God. And there we go, baby. That's how you do it.
That's so funny. Like, that was perfect slapstick.
Unfortunately, you can't actually use the banana on the target themselves. I think, like, due to weird exploitation nonsense, like, that, makes it too easy or whatever, that it's like they make it so that people always go into alert mode. Oh, and then another 5 minutes later, by the way.
So, you didn't eliminate one of the targets? Or
no, that was his bodyguard. That's one of the targets right there, that guy. He saw that gun, and he's like, oh no, I'm going to go hide behind the plant over here. Or are you?
Okay.
Gets what he deserves.
Yep.
Now let's get mucked.
Hitman, baby. He legitimately does go hide behind that plant because he's scared of the gun being on the ground. This is why I didn't even bother moving that, because that actually works really well as a distraction. For whatever reason, the other bodyguard that is still there is just right around the corner and doesn't see it.
Yeah, well, that's quality security work.
and it's like it takes him just long enough, and he walks right in front of one of the self-closing coffins.
Okay, yeah,
Hitman,
that's
baby.
nice. It's weird how many games seem to add a hacking mechanic in the sequel. It's just like one of those, like, it feels like it's almost like a cliche at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also just like a very basic key,
Yeah. Just,
Banana.
how can we make something interesting? Yeah.
No, but really, if they have a banana in here, I'm going to use it.
I guess I was thinking of Nier Automata. Like, I don't think they have the hacking mechanic in the first one. No, that wouldn't make sense.
They do. What do you mean they don't have the hacking mechanic?
I mean, in Nier, they don't have it.
In Nier, no. They're not robots in Nier.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it didn't make sense.
Okay, Nier and Nier 2, Nier Automata.
Mm-hmm.
It's confusing. And there's Drakengard, which was also the sort of spiritual predecessor. And there we go.
And is this the guy?
That's the guy.
What happened to you? I'll get you some help, okay?
Yes, everybody is kind of panicking about the whole, dude that just tripped on a banana peel.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see like somebody running by here to go and get help and stuff like that on the map. Yeah, there.
By the way, are they dying when they're slipping in the banana peel, or is it just
that
like
would
going
break.
unconscious?
That would break Silent Assassin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, there you go.
Yeah, it's just
That's
unfortunate
fair.
that I can't actually use it on the people themselves.
Yeah. It's funny, that means that do they have to animate? I guess what they probably do is they just have like a generic model that they animate. Like everyone kind of slips on a banana and falls backwards the same way.
What more do you need? And just close this door as he's right in front of the self-closing coffin. And there we go.
I love that it's like fragile. That's such a good like little touch.
So, okay. Yes, we barely saw any of the level as I just kind of went through and bananaed people to death. You didn't see me. Whatever. Get out of here. So I am going to do just like another run where I just kind of actually walk around this area so you can see what it's like even a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like otherwise this entire episode is going to be like 10 minutes long. Well, actually, no. It was 10 minutes long already. It was shorter to do the mission itself than the intro to the game.
This is the famous Tomorrow Never Dies maneuver where you randomly jump. Or is it? It's some Bond movie where you just jump off a cliff, like
Actually
bungee.
took me, like I was not kidding when I said that I stood there for like 10 minutes, literally, because I was 21 minutes there, baby, in that actual mission. All right, let's just take a look around and see what's actually going on here. Ow! I really thought I might have been able to do that without getting caught.
So do you have to use stealth? Like, I guess you would have to, yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, this is a first for the series. This is no longer a silent assassin, so I can just kind of do whatever since I'm just looking around.
This is just goofy.
Yeah, so you can actually see sort of how easy it is if you do not care about getting a good score. Well, I mean, that's the point of the game, right? Where it's just like you're supposed to be able to tackle it in whatever way you want because the world has like an incredible attention to detail and da 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 da.
Do you get in trouble if you like with like do they stop you or do you just like does the mission end or is
they will throw you out of whatever place you're trespassing in unless and if you stay there they'll start shooting you.
I see, okay.
And then you can fake surrender, and there's like a, again, I talked about this before. There's like an entire combat system, and like you do QTAs and stuff when you punch people. But it's like you don't see that in my playthroughs because I'm always going silent assassin.
Yeah. By the way, just as a
don't
note,
fight me in those missions.
The musical cues that indicate, first of all, that it's an Arabic and that it's also a Lawrence of Arabia specific thing is just it's a diminished chord, and it's also got that like that jump from I think diminished second to a major third, so you go from like C sharp or excuse me C D flat E natural, and that's pretty anyway, sorry. I just wanted to say
Thanks,
that.
Professor Music.
You say that like there aren't professors of music.
I mean, well, you are too.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you can see all the other buildings here. The only thing you can see, it's a very cloudy day.
Yeah. Cloud City.
Oh yeah, one of the other things that they've introduced now in the Hitman 3 is like Dark Souls style shortcuts. It's like, oh hey, you can't go up this ladder because there's a big bar preventing you from doing that. Unless you break it with a crowbar, and then you can always go up that ladder, even in future missions.
Oh, that's cool. It sounds like they just generally made the climbing more, there's more you can do with it.
There was already so much you could do with it. It's just, they've now just made it so that there are like permanent unlocks in the level. You might have actually seen that when I was doing the actual mission.
Yeah.
Like there was this big yellow like metal bar on the top that was pried open on one of the ladders that I went down.
Yeah.
It's very obvious, but it is. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where. Do I want permanent unlocks in Hitman, or do I want it to all be, very consistent even from the very beginning? I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of it is like it's neat, but it's also kind of maybe immersion breaking, given that they're pretty tight before this about not having permanent unlocks.
Yeah, I mean, there are like unlocks for the game, but it's it's like loadouts for missions and stuff like that, which is a very different sort of thing. I mean, obviously they always have more than enough stuff. I mean, Hitman by himself is more than capable of killing a person.
Yeah, and of course, just the Dark Souls thing. Like, there's, as you would say, a diegetic reason in Dark Souls for the things to stay the same between, because you're literally dying and coming back. Yeah,
it's like you do literally die in that game. You do not do these missions a second time. That would be nonsense. Like how would that like that would require some sort of twist that would be unimaginable in this game.
A permanent unlock.
Wait until the end of Hitman 3, everybody, when I get very angry. Probably not.
Groundhog Day, but there's a permanent unlock system.
Yeah, Groundhog Day, but it's also slightly different each time. Surely there's a movie that's done that before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Looking good.
I don't know. That's a pretty convoluted mechanic already. Like, even Groundhog Day, that's about as complex as you want to get with that kind of a mechanic.
when it becomes the time loops. I feel like time loops are a pretty common thing. All things
Yeah, those are
considered.
becoming pretty common. Yeah, yeah.
Becoming. I mean, I feel like since like the 80s or so.
I mean, yeah. Right, Groundhog Day was about like early 90s, and I think since then it's been a staple. And even before that, there were some.
There was certainly like
Please get out of my face.
I'm trying to think. Was it? Certainly there was something.
I wanted to say this is how you lose the time warp, but I think that's a completely different thing. Like that's time travel.
I honestly could not tell you
Okay.
if that is in fact the case or not. But I mean, you can see like, yeah, there's, they could have gone after like this person who's wearing a very ridiculous sort of sky colored outfit. She's the one that made the sky thing. If you didn't realize that. Just like there's what else? There's a place where you can put an explosive golf ball up on the roof, in case I wanted to go that route again.
Now, so you can get to the roof and you can use an explosive golf ball. So those are the two things that I've learned from that sentence.
Yes. Okay, well, let me go through the various things. All right, so yeah, I could probably like kill the guy by electrocuting him with the art exhibit thing here. I could ruin the cowboy man's meal and poison it and stuff like that. There's a pretty extensive sequence to do that sort of thing. I don't know what these. I don't know what these are. They look like targets, and I tried shooting them, but they didn't do anything.
You just
I have no idea.
You replace it with a hologram of a railing so that they lean on it and fall down to their deaths instead.
You say that, but there is a loose railing that you can untighten just a little bit farther if you want to.
Wow.
Up on the roof. But I think I need to like get into a disguise and get the cowboy man to actually meet with me on that particular ledge.
I'm wondering how realistic, obviously, like, climbing the scaffolding and stuff isn't going to happen. But I mean, I'm wondering how much of this can you actually do when you're at the Burj Khalifa or whatever? Can you actually go outside? Do they have all these? I'm pretty sure they have a golf course, or at least a
Well,
a
they
golf
got like a
hall.
little. It's a little like the golfing thing. I mean, I think like the implication is that Carl is like straight up shooting golfing balls right off the roof of the building.
Yeah.
Hello.
I for some reason when you said that, like, shooting golf balls off the roof.
Look, we've already established that I can't think in this episode.
I was like immediately thinking of Steve Ballmer. It sounds like something he would do. I don't know why.
I feel like that's something that makes sense for Rich.
Yeah.
Makes sense for Rich.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of the other things they've now introduced one of the things that makes a little bit more sense, at least diegetically, is the fact that you can find like key codes and whatnot.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah.
So you can find. There's like a meeting room in one of the back areas, down on one of the lower floors, and it's just like, hey, the code to get into this door is 8496 or whatever.
This is such a ridiculously complex level. Like,
what little you saw, I mean, most of them are, but it's like usually I at least show them off a little bit better.
this feels like this feels like you would just get lost a lot, like when you're doing this mission.
How long do you think I played this level until I figured out something? How long do you think I played every level?
I don't know.
All right, I can check real quick here.
Probably 4 to 5 hours per level.
We got hit the Hitman 3. I have played for 110 hours.
Okay, yeah. So that'd be been about let's say 20 missions so far. That's about 5 hours per.
It's been like 15.
Wow.
About like 6 each. So thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's like the kitchen thing that I was talking about before.
Of course. Do they literally have food in every single level?
Dude, people eat food.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's a true statement about the world.
It is. Like, hey, what is some of this? All this like food everywhere. They got like these grocery stores and restaurants. Do people really need to eat that much?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a little golf course thing I was talking about. There's where I could place that explosive golf ball.
That looks like such a futile job, like cleaning that window, that one window. Like on the, like just
Carl doesn't
today,
even care about it being clean. He just wants to see to try to force somebody to do something completely impossible.
Yeah.
To amuse himself.
Like clean this whole thing, this whole Burj Khalifa with a single toothbrush.
Yes, and you will be barely compensated. And come on, I wanted to try and get Carl there, but now Guy saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, got that out. I mean, of course, like this would just be the end of the mission if I was playing the silent assassin. But let's actually see what happens when you get caught and like people get mad at you and start shooting you with gun. I got like target lockdown. I got people being hunting me here and stuff like that.
What you should do is you should like go to the person who's confronting you and switch badges with him, and then now he has to be like, "Oh, get the person with his badge," and then they start killing him.
And they start killing him. It's like, ha, you killed the wrong guy. Yeah, it's like, and there's like your my disguise is now not usable and stuff like that. Although I can just do this. And I waited there for like 10 straight minutes until everybody left, and I'm like, okay, that's enough footage.
Yeah.
Because like that actually did work, that thing, but I was just like, oh, this is taking way too long. Let's just call it a day on this footage.
Yeah, he's a glorified desperate.
All right, cut
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did,
She'll make it right. She always does.
we have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood,
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.